The Dogman of Taylor Woods, Part 9. The night hung heavy and dark over Taylor Woods. The kind of night where shadows seem to breathe and even the wind feels like it's holding its breath. Paul sat near his living room window, the cold metal of his .45-70 government rifle resting across his lap. His fingers tapped nervously against the stock, heart pounding as the familiar, eerie glow of amber eyes pierced the blackness just beyond his yard. He had been waiting for this moment for weeks, the inevitable confrontation with the Dogman pack. Suddenly, a deep, guttural growl broke the stillness, shaking the trees and rattling the windows. Paul's breath caught in his throat. Without hesitation, the forest erupted as 12 massive forms burst into the clearing, their fur bristling, muscles coiled, eyes blazing with fierce intent. The Dogman pack was upon him. Adrenaline surged as Paul raised his rifle and took aim. The first creature lunged over the fence with terrifying speed. Paul squeezed the trigger. Bang! The rifle's roar split the night. The beast collapsed, a clean headshot ending its advance. A second Dogman attacked from the flank, snarling and baring razor-sharp teeth. Paul twisted and fired again, another perfect shot dropping the creature. But the pack pressed forward relentlessly. Claws scraped wood and stone. Teeth snapped inches from Paul's skin. His legs ached as he stumbled backward, every sense alert and burning. Fear tried to grip his heart, but Paul forced himself to steady his breathing. He remembered Enoch's words, the promise from God. Your life will be protected. Dropping to one knee beneath a towering oak, Paul clasped his hands tightly and raised his voice in desperate prayer. In the name of Jesus Christ, I command you, leave this place now. By his holy power, be gone. His voice rang out, raw and powerful, carrying across the woods like thunder. The Dogman growls faltered, eyes flickering uncertainly. One by one, the beasts slowed, then began to retreat. Slipping silently back into the shadows, Paul collapsed against the tree, chest heaving with ragged breaths. The damage was undeniable. His fence was torn to splinters, the garden beds ravaged, windows shattered, but he was alive. Days later, Paul sat on his battered porch, the morning sun casting a gentle light over the wreckage. The fresh scent of pine mingled with the charred remains of broken wood and crushed plants. His hands trembled slightly as he cradled a warm cup of coffee, lost in thought. Then, the familiar crunch of gravel on the driveway brought his attention. Enoch approached slowly, eyes steady but kind, carrying a quiet strength that seemed to calm the unsettled air. Paul, Enoch began softly. God told me about the attack. Paul looked up, his voice rough. It was worse than I thought it would be. I was so afraid I thought I might not make it through. Enoch nodded knowingly. The enemy fights hardest when he senses victory is slipping away. But you stood firm, you prayed, and God honored your faith. That's why he kept his promise. Your life was spared. Paul swallowed hard, glancing down at his scarred hands. My property is a mess. I don't know how I'll fix it all. It will take time, Enoch said gently. But God's not just restoring land. He's restoring your spirit. Your grandfather and father faced similar battles but lacked the faith you carry. This land is yours and it holds a purpose still. Paul took a deep breath, the weight on his chest lifting slightly. That night, under a sky streaked with stars, Paul knelt beside his bed. Lord, he whispered, thank you for protecting me. Help me overcome the fear. Let me walk boldly in your strength. Outside, the woods were quiet, the shadows still. But Paul knew this battle was just the beginning. He was ready. Like and subscribe for Part 10.